Hello, everyone. Welcome to what is a pretty important video. It's something that I wanted to do for a bit of time now, just to make sure that we get things all cleared up before I go back to school here in about a week and a half. I move in tomorrow. When this video is being recorded tomorrow, because today's Thursday. But I don't know if this video is actually going to be going up today or if it's going to go up tomorrow on Friday. I have no idea yet, and I have no idea what is all in store for right now. But I did want to sort of just sit down and talk to you guys about what plans I have when it comes to the channel and what we're gonna do going forward, because if you were here on Tuesday, you would have seen that we finished our Generations Master Mode series, and I'm very happy about that because we won. Spoiler alert. But I appear to have ran into a bit of an issue, and it's actually it started today. Of course it did, because I would say my luck over the last 24 hours has not been the greatest, but if I sit here and I bitch and moan about it, then I'm not gonna necessarily be best pleased. But I was initially gonna record this update video off of Streamlabs, use my phone as the face cam, and then have my headset on so you guys can hear me a little bit louder and clearer, and that would have been so much easier. But my face cam software needed to be updated, which I did, which normally it normally has to restart my computer, and it did. But now my headset, whenever I have my headset plugged in, I actually can't hear audio. Now, I don't know if that's a bug of some sort, but if I were to still record this video off of Streamlabs, I could talk and I could do all this stuff. You guys just wouldn't be able, I wouldn't be able to hear the music that I decided to play in the background as I'm doing this video. And I was like, well, I want to kind of hear it, but I won't be able to really hear it. So I was like, you know what? I was going to just say screw it and do it anyways. But then my face cam started bugging out and it started flickering. And I was basically like, I don't want to be the cause of someone having a seizure, because if it's flickering like this, then it's going to be very problematic, and I didn't want to deal with that on my hands, basically. So here's hoping that we can fix this issue before we start our next series. But let's go ahead and dive deeper into the Master Mode series. I've talked about this a lot over the last 2 weeks or so, but I'm really happy that I stuck to the scheduling that I did for this series, or that series rather, because it was something that I didn't know if I could actually do it, but I really wanted to do it. So I think that determination really showed, and it made me happier knowing that out of the 4 months it took to do this entire series, we beat the game. We beat the series, and I only missed 2 or 3 days of streaming. That's pretty good considering we did about 60 streams to beat the series. So I'm really content, really happy with that. Couldn't really ask for a better way to do it. And some people might look at the fact that I did that series with such a small following as I did as a stupid thing, and while I can understand you to a certain extent, I also think that helps me put my name out there amongst other people in the community. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do it. And if I didn't do daily streams for that 24 or 25 days that I did do it, then it would have been like mid-October by the time I would have finished. And as much as I love playing Pokemon and doing that, refreshing, things that are refreshing are the startups. So that's just how it is. So, and with me not necessarily knowing what my schedule is going to be like in college, it's kind of difficult to gauge whether or not I would have been able to manage finishing that series. I didn't even know if I was going to bring my computer or not, which I am going to bring my computer. I just need it to not be acting stupid like it has been these last couple days. Hoping I can just figure out my issue with my headphones. Because I feel like it can't be the headphones themselves. I mean, it could, but I highly doubt it is the headphones. I mean, I have another pair like over there that I could go check and see, but like, I don't understand why it's acting up. But I'm really happy that we did the series, and I'm really glad that we were able to stay as consistent as we were with it. I think when it comes to that series, and then, you know, trying to balance college and sports and probably working on campus as well, I think what is best moving forward is going to be a video series. Now, I'm pretty aware that the last few video series that I've done haven't necessarily been the most popular things on my channel, and that's understandable because, like, if you kind of find the gold mine, why veer away from, you know, what works? But there's always things that I feel like you can change up and do better. So, like, even with the Master Mode series, for example, I didn't think about this until about 70-80% of the way through. I could have made the layout like interchangeable when we go into like a new generation, and I didn't think about that until I was already like most of the way through it, and I didn't want to change it from there because it's like but if we get to the point where there is a Generation 9, then yeah, we're more than likely gonna have a different layout. Who knows? But I think we're gonna have to rock with the video series for the time being, and this is probably gonna be similar to Pokemon Zeta and Omicron, where we are having to do this ahead of schedule, because I don't know if I'm gonna have a lot of leeway when it comes to being back in college. I kind of have to check my schedule a bit so I can note down what times I'm going to be busy and all these things. So it's going to be interesting because I'll be busy once again, but if I do a video series, I have no idea of when a start date will be. My thing is I'd like to get sort of ahead if I can in recordings if I could, but I don't know, it's going to depend. But when it comes to the next series, it's been kind of interesting because I have ideas, and and here's a couple of reasons why I don't want to do streaming series. One, streaming series do take a lot of time in one sitting. So what I mean by that is, take a bunch of the 8-hour stream challenges that I had in the Master Mode series. I won't have that leeway in college. There's very little chances that I could do an 8-hour stream challenge while in college. Probably not even possible. But on top of that, I'm on college Wi-Fi, which, if anybody who watches this video has gone to college or is currently going to college, knows college Wi-Fi is not the most reliable when it comes to just internet itself. So, like, when it comes to making videos themselves, I don't see myself necessarily bombing that because I do a lot of solo player stuff anyway, so it won't be that big of an issue in my opinion. However, streams run a bit of a risk because I might not have the highest quality, or I might not even be able to stay online for more than like 10 minutes without the internet crashing. I don't know. But that's kind of one of the reasons why I ruled out a streaming series. Thing is I can probably bring back a streaming series maybe during winter break or something, you know, just little things like that. Or I could try a streaming series in college, or I just do, maybe I do streams, but they're not like anything like too crazy. Like maybe I do some Wi-Fi battles, or maybe I do something else. I don't know. It really just depends on whatever I have going on or whatever time that I'm given. Because like right now, you might not be able to see it, but there's a lot of stuff on my floor that's kind of a little bit of clutter, but these are things that I'm packing to go to school tomorrow. It's tomorrow, and it kind of came up on me really, really quickly, but I have like a snack bin over there. I have a bunch of other things that I gotta get all packed up and ready to go. So I haven't really had too much time to think about what I want to do for my next series because I have to sit down, I have to organize all of this stuff before I go. And it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting living back on campus is what I'm basically trying to get at. But for new series, I have a couple video series in mind. There is there are ROM hacks out there I can do. I know that I could run through and play Insurgents again. I really don't think I should run through and play Insurgents again or Zeta, just because we have done series on the channel in a solo player aspect, unless I am doing something new, which I'm not doing anything new with either one of those games. But I have thought about revisiting either maybe Reborn or a better one that I wanted to play, and I played a very, very small amount, was a game called Pokemon Rejuvenation. It is similar to Reborn, like in terms of play style and like rules and stuff like that. It's made by the same people, which I can't remember who made Reborn off the top of my head, but they did make Rejuvenation, which from what I played was pretty cool for a little bit, but I don't know if I want to do a video series on that, mainly because I don't know how long that's going to be. So maybe that game could be a streaming series like Reborn was, but who knows. But I think in terms of video series and trying to pick what would do best on the channel, I'm going to stray into Drayano's territory. So if you don't know who Drayano is, he is very infamous in this community, or in the Pokemon community rather, as someone who has made enhanced versions of Pokemon games. So if you know who Drayano is, then you know he's very famous for his Fire Red Omega, Sacred Golden Storm Silver, Renegade Platinum, Blaze Black and Volt White, Blaze Black 2, Volt White 2. He's famous for making these games, taking Pokemon games and making them more difficult, but in the sense of like, it's not like, oh my god, I want to fucking punch a hole through my window. So I think that's the territory we're gonna tread, and the thing with that is that I'm only a little bit nervous because I want to do a master mode of Sacred Gold as the video series. So that's what I want to do, but I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I mean, I've wanted to play Heart Gold Soul Silver for a very, very long time, and Sacred Gold is just Heart Gold Soul Silver but under Drayano's name, and it's a lot harder. I know there is a newer version that is being worked on. It's either being worked on or it has been published now, where I think they included things like fairy typing. I think. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure if I want to make. I don't know if I want to make that series based off the older version of Sacred Gold or if I want to go with the newer version. It really doesn't matter to me, but I had that in mind. Then, sorry, taking the other games that we didn't play during the Generations Master Mode and playing them as a Master Mode, but just like not in like a Generations way where we just play it in its own individual series. But right now my runners up, I don't know how to say this. The games that I want to play in this order would be Sacred Gold. Then I want to do Blaze Black 2 again, because I feel bad because you guys didn't get to see the Versus series, so I would have been, pretty happy if we were able to do that, or get that to upload and transfer over properly. And then probably like Emerald or something like that. And all of those, I don't care if they're under a Master Mode format or not, because the thing is the Master Mode format is, as much as it is fair, it is also very, very brutal. So, with the Drayano games, we won't be able to PK Hex stuff in the game, but I think we'll be able to I think we can use cheat codes. Because I remember when me and Mr. Brown did the Versus series, and when we were recording the Versus series, we were able to hack in, like we were basically able to hack in the Legendary as like a wild encounter, and then we could catch it. So those are possible, and then Master Ball codes and Rare Candy codes, like those will work. I just think it might be a problem when it comes to other items, like if we do get a double XP code and we need to get a lucky egg, then it's like, but I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm not going to give a start date to the Sacred Gold Master Mode. That's going to be interesting, just because I know Sacred Gold is going to be quite hard. And in a video series, I think what I'll do to make it work is I'll have it set to where... Okay, thanks, Windows Explorer. What am I trying to say? I think what I want to do for the Master Mode series is do what I did in the streaming format, where it's going to be 30-minute episodes. So the challenge is the duration of the entire episode. This is something that we did in the Versus with Mr. Brown, and I thought it worked well, even though you guys didn't get to see the series. I thought that dynamic worked really, really well, especially in a Versus format. But I think it's just to say, let's keep it going, let's do what we like. And yeah, if I just do a normal randomized Nuzlocke, I don't see myself losing necessarily. I mean, that's not to say that it can't happen, but it's pretty unlikely that I'll lose a randomized Nuzlocke. But yeah, I have a bunch of games lined up. I forgot about Oras and Ultra Sun and Moon. I have those games that I want to play as well. So I got plenty of series sort of lined up and ready to go. We'll just have to go through them when we can. Like I said, I'm probably going to end up having to improvise a little bit just to get a schedule going. I'll figure that out eventually. I don't know when, I don't know when the first video is going to go out, but I have to make the layout, I have to fix face cam and stuff like that. I got to fix all this stuff. Hopefully it is fixable, and if it isn't, then we're going to either have to do things without face cam, or we're going to have to play something else for the time being. I don't know. But If you guys did enjoy this update video, please do hit that like button down below because it'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you follow my Twitter. I will hopefully have that linked in the description below. If I don't, then I am a failure at this YouTube thing. But I'm going to get out of here. Peace.